pericardium 1 point is the move front alarm point for the pericardium, and there is the, when you wanted to treat that, you can add up, there are the 2 points, one is Shenzong, that is Ren 17, the another point is Tianchi, that is P1. So both the points are good point to treat for the pericardium, and also there is a called as a move front alarm points, right? When we look at the pericardium 3, now I am coming from the endocrine glands. The pericardium 3, that is Chusa point, is good point to treat for all kinds of the gonads, and then pericardium 4 is only the C cleft point, and then pericardium 5 is the good point to treat for the adrenal glands, so which we call as a HPA axis, hypothalamus pituitary adrenal axis, that can be regulated by activating this point. At the same time, the pericardium 7, the right side you are activating to the right side activating to the pancreas, and left side you are activating to the spleen. At the same time, you are activating to the coronary arteries as well. And when you wanted to treat the pericardium 8, that point to be activating to the especially for the pituitary glands, bilaterally anterior pituitary and then posterior pituitary. When you wanted to treat the pericardium 9, that point is treatable for the thymus gland, especially the right and left, both the sides to be activated. When we look at about the thyroid gland, that to be activated by the Shafu, that point to be called as a H8, right? So that point is really good when you wanted to treat hypo or hyperthyroidism, both to be regulated by activating the point to be called as a H8 point, that is Shafu point, right? So when you wanted to treat only by using the pericardium meridian, all the points are regulating by the through the endocrine system. At the same time, you wanted to treat for one particular organ has been involved for the each endocrine gland. So now I come to the pericardium 3 is equal to kidney 2, Rangu point. So that indicates the gonads and testes can be, ovaries can be regulated. Either you use the pericardium 3 or you can activate to the kidney meridian. Kidney meridian is regulating to the gonads as well. When you look at to the pericardium 5, Chianchi point, that point is regulating to the adrenal gland. Or you wanted to add up the another organ, that organ to be activating to the adrenal gland. The lungs also treating for that particular meridian or organ. When you look at the pericardium 7 is equal to Dhatu, that is spleen 2. When you wanted to treat for the pancreas, you can treat for the right side is spleen 2. If you wanted to treat for the spleen 2 on the left side, you just are activating to the spleen organ itself, that you are activating to the pancreas also. So when you look at the pericardium 8, so that you are activating, especially the pericardium itself is the adrenal anterior pituitary and posterior pituitary. At the same time, you wanted to activate that point to be called as a Jiaosan, that point is Angio 20. At the same time, Jiangqing, gallbladder 21, both points are you are activating. At the same time, ear helio, that is Angio 22, right? These points are good point you are treating for the pituitary gland. When you look at the pericardium 9, thymus gland, so you activate the pericardium 9 is equal to liver 2, that is Xingqian. You just add up either pericardium you select or you wanted to treat for the liver. Liver is controlling to the thymus gland. When you look at about the thyroid gland, that can be regulated by the heart meridian, especially Shafu point, that is H8. So therefore you wanted to treat for the thyroid disorders, you activate for the heart meridian is always is good, right? So therefore we included here all the meridians and then acupuncture points and then respective glands always is good when you wanted to incorporate it, because of whether you wanted to select only the brain meridian to activate to the endocrine system, you can do it, or I'll tell you the secondary endocrine system meridian, which we called as a triple warmer meridian, that I'll teach you timely every acupuncture point, and most of the endocrine glands are incorporated by activating that point. When combined together, certainly you can treat for the whole endocrine system, which is governing by the central nervous system.